So, originally, I wasn't planning on making this video series this early. In fact, I was planning on making one big video discussing the entire lore of Fantastic Frontier. However, at this moment in time, Spectrebox and Gobicelli have gone dark. They're not sharing any teasers or important words for us players. Gobicelli even said in a Discord DM that they're working extra hard to complete the update right now. So as a community, I think now is the perfect time to fill in the black hole of waiting. With all of that said, you might be wondering what I mean by Fantastic Frontier lore. After all, many people joke about Fantastic Frontier having little to no lore. While this may be true from a more casual perspective, I certainly don't agree that this game has no lore. Just the game title itself contains a massive amount of lore. More on this later though. For now, let us establish the current world of Fantastic Frontier. First we have the Frontier. This is the place we all know and love. From the birds, to the monsters, to the trees of Greenhope Grove. The Frontier is a place where both nature and the Otherworld thrive. This land is also home to two human towns, Town and the town of Right and Wrong. Next to the Frontier is the island known as Matamata. According to Real de Rayland, this island has somehow drifted close to the Frontier and is stuck around for a while. Its position on the map is east from the long coast and frigid waste. After that, we have Ratboy's Nightmare. The nightmare is full of dangerous and twisted creatures. This seems to be from the Ratboy's own imagination, as he sleeps through it all, awaiting to be awoken. Here the player goes on a journey to find Journeyman and collect the dark and light marble to open the vaults. I will make a video on whether Ratboy's Nightmare is real or not, but for now we can just put it as a question mark when it comes to its position on the map. The next place is known as the Otherworld Tower. This dimension is dominated by the Otherworld. What little Frontier creatures are left only appear at the bottom of the tower. The tower also seems to have corrupted multiple entities from the Frontier, such as monsters and pirates. Originally, I thought this tower was on the Frontier itself, but at the top of the tower, the creature known as the Pommel tells you that your world needs you. This to me heavily implies we are not on the Frontier. However, the Pommel also says he cannot let us go through the Otherworld. He is the last moment of time holding the two worlds together. So this can only mean one thing. The Otherworld Tower is in a place between the Otherworld and the Frontier.
There is one more place that some viewers might point to, that being the rabbit hole. While this may look like the Otherworld, the Pommel insists that the Otherworld would take you and form you into a monster that is far worse than any of the corrupted monsters. This means that the rabbit hole can't be located in the Otherworld, but it can be in the same dimension that the Otherworld Tower is in, especially considering that there is both otherworldly fish and frontier fish in the rabbit hole. It's safe to assume that is the case. Places like the Ice Spire and the Strange Man are also probably in that dimension because of the white background, and Strange Man most likely being Mr. 58. There is still a lot to talk about when it comes to locations and what they contain, but that's for another video where we will take a look at the infamous lore item known as the Gift World. All of this ties back to the game title itself, Fantastic Frontier. The word frontier is defined as a piece of land that functions as a border between two other lands. Therefore, we can assume that whatever is in the sky above the frontier is probably one of the things that the frontier separates from below the frontier, which is the other world. To get to the sky realm and whatever else is up there, the other world needs to go through the Fantastic Frontier. There is also a lot to talk about when it comes to the topic, but this is only an introduction video.
That is all for today. Remember that all of this is just my input on the world of Fantastic Frontier, so don't worry if you disagree.